Welcome to another edition of Mark's Inspiration. Glad you could join me here today. As always, I'm on site on the job in St. Charles, Missouri. And it's a hot one here today. I got the boys scrubbing these walls down, and I was so busy last night and worried. I was full of fear because we started washing this probably 4 or 5 days ago. And then all of a sudden someone tells me that the architect has to come by and give it the approval. And I'm thinking, I know I'm doing a good job, but if they're not watching what I'm doing, they can't. It's just really, I guess what it is, I don't like to answer to anyone about my work. I know I do excellent work, okay, and if they want to come and watch me all day, that's fine. I just wish someone would have told me when I started washing. So I would have waited until they came so I could say, hey, is this exactly how you want it done? Because I want to do the job the way they want it done, but I can only go by what instructions they gave me and what works the best while I'm here. Because on the job, sometimes you have to make field decisions, which is what I had to do because some of the mold wouldn't come out with the materials that they suggested. And I couldn't get the materials, some of the materials they suggested. They gave me some options, so I had to choose the option of my own. You just never know about things, so I was like full of fear last night because I had to think about it. So I took a walk and did some deep breaths and realized it's out of my control. I can't do anything. So they were supposed to come today and haven't showed up yet. Probably won't come today. So we washed another section. But I'm just going to go ahead and assume that he's going to approve it, and we're just going to keep going instead of stopping and waiting because I've already started. The reason I bring this up is because many times in your life you're not going to be certain of the outcome. But you just got to press on. You can't just stop because, well, maybe this won't work out. There's an old farmer saying, he who watches the cloud will never sow the seed, because there's always worried about a rain's going to come and blow the seed up. So if I sat there and waited until everything was perfect, I wouldn't be doing anything. But we went ahead and kept moving. The machine busted down last night, so we had to get a new machine. Had a couple of setbacks yesterday, had to redo some stuff. But we're moving on. That's what you got to do. But there was a lot of stress, a lot of fear that I had to deal with. A fear of maybe them not agreeing with what I'm doing, or they don't think it's done the right way, or it's not done good enough, because they didn't see how it was before I started. So they're not going to see the vast, they don't know the contrast, the difference that it is now since I washed it and how it was before I washed it. So, but we're moving on here, and in your life, you're going to have things like that where you're not sure. But if you know you're doing the right thing or doing the next best thing, you just got to do that. You just got to do the next right thing. And if you feel good about what you're doing your best, you don't have anything to worry about. I mean, yeah, maybe they will like it, maybe they won't like it, but that's not the issue. Is do your best. And you feel confident about what you do, and it'll work out one way or the other to your best interest. If it's a hard road, turns out to be a harder road, that's building your character for what you have in mind to help you fulfill your dreams. Because you're never going to have the success you want unless you have the character to handle that success. Success without character is a disaster. You've seen it many times. People get success almost seemingly overnight, and they can't handle the stress. They can't handle the pressure. There's just too much pressure to maintain that. And I'm telling you, the more you have, the more responsibility and the more stress and the more pressure there is. What do you think about a guy who runs a business with 5,000 employees? He sits in the office all day. You think he has an easy job? No. He realizes that those people working, if he doesn't keep that business, that company going, those people have families. He's responsible for that in a way. So he's got to do the best he can. And if he gets to where he has to lay off 1,000 or close the company or whatever, he knows he did the best he could. It's still probably going to bother him if he is a conscientious man. But yet he moves on, he presses on toward the goal, his vision, whatever that may happen to be. So I'm done for the day. Thanks for joining me on this hot day on the job. Have a great day.